Hi Scorpio, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your May 2020 tarot check for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I just want to start off by thanking you so much for watching my channel, subscribing, liking, and commenting. I really appreciate that and your support. It's fun to co-create with you guys. And if you're new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. A couple days ago, I posted a seasonal tarot check you might want to look at, which is for the months of May through August. So the weekly readings were really erratic, and I just wanted to see what was coming towards you. And energy gets a lot more stable in the next 4 months, so that looked good. So here we go. This is for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Scorpio in May 2020. So your present position is the Ten of Swords, and you've got the Four of Cups as an immediate influence. Your destiny is the Ten of Cups. More distant past is the King of Swords. The more recent past, the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Wands coming towards you. You're represented here by the Lovers. And the energy and people around you is the King of Wands. Your hopes here are the Star. And the final position here, you've got the King of Cups. But you also have the Hanged Man as a clarifier in the reading. So when I take a look at this, you've got Gemini and Aquarius here. You have air. You have water, earth, fire. It's an interesting reading. You know, I feel like your present position, this COVID-19 and all the shutdowns really kicked your ass. And I think it did for a lot of people. You are with this Ten of Swords. I just think you've caught a lot of struggle during this. It's been difficult. You know, you're not quite sure which way to turn, what to do next. And you've got this Four of Cups as an immediate influence, but I think there's a part of you that's like, I don't really trust anything right now. Somebody put a comment down that, because a different sign had energy about a promotion, and they put kind of a long post about how it's not a good time to change jobs right now. Some people don't have a choice, and tarot is energy. This is not me personally consulting and telling anybody to switch jobs. I work with somebody that resigned in March. Guess what? I don't know what's going to happen to them, but they don't have a job, and we're probably going to need to cut some people anyway, and they hadn't even worked there a year, so they would have been up for a layoff anyway. But you know, now that they've done that, they're not even going to get unemployment. I mean, they screwed themselves. So there are people out there like this that are going, yeah, shit, I just resigned, and now what? So just be aware of that. I think, like I said, you've got some depleted feeling energy here, but you definitely get, you know, into the reading, you definitely get your groove back and start to feel much more in flow. Your destiny is the Ten of Cups. You can't have a better card than that. This is happiness for everyone. This is pure joy and abundance. That's your destiny. So your destiny, it's different than fate, because fate is like fear-based, where you have no control over it and it just happens, and you're, you know, following this path that you have absolutely no influence over. This is not the same. Destiny incorporates your own free will. So you can do things to raise your own vibration. You can look at past times that were good, you know, strictly the ones that were full of joy, abundance. Look through old pictures that make you feel that way. And again, you don't want to get into the vibration of lack. You want to get into the vibration of abundance. And this is when you can say to yourself, I've drawn this into me before. I've had love before. I've had a lot of money before. And so some of you will occasionally comment things like, I've never had this, or I've never had them both at the same time. You are reinforcing your own limiting beliefs. Quit doing that to yourselves. If it's on my channel or someone else's, I appreciate the comments, but for you personally, that's exactly what you don't want to be doing. It also kills me too when people, I don't get many dislikes, but I do occasionally get some. Why would you chain yourself and energetically tie yourself to something you don't want? Makes no sense, but you'll learn, whoever this is that's doing that. So for you, you definitely have a Ten of Cups destiny. So it's yours for the taking. You just have to allow it. So in the past, you had this King of Swords, and this may have been, again, some cuts at work, but I feel like it was a long time ago where things maybe were pared down quite a bit, and that might actually serve you now, where you've been working hard because there just haven't been enough people, but it's going to cause the situation to stay afloat and to be viable where maybe it wouldn't have been before. I also, like I said, I think that you may have been single for a while here and had, just a very harsh ending to something where it was cut clean. There hasn't been any contact. There hasn't been any communication. It was just very, like I said, a very clean kind of, this is over, that's it. The more recent past, you've definitely been wondering what's next for me. What is my future? When are these things going to happen? And they're coming. Okay, they're definitely coming. Sometimes I think that when we get into this, we start to get too much in the vibration of not enough. So you've worked hard though, and you're looking at the things that you've done, kind of taking a look at the landscape and saying, I have done a lot of good things. Guess what? You have. And the universe sees it and will match it. We don't use the law of attraction. The law of attraction uses us. It matches our vibration. So you've definitely got a forward-moving energy here coming towards you. So you're coming out of that Ten of Swords and going into feeling much more resilient, feeling much more capable, much more able to just go forward, leaving the past behind in a much stronger way. I think your standards are going to be higher than they've been, and that's good because that's what you'll attract. Keeping company with lesser companions doesn't suit you anyway, and that who you're bringing in is the King of Wands. So awesome energy. You are represented here by the Lovers. And, this can be about a choice, but in your case, I actually think this is about you getting that heaven here on earth, getting that match. You're ready for it, and you're, again, coming out of a negative energy space, and so you don't want to attract people when you're in that anyway, because that'll be your match. And it's basically like being a ship magnet. I hate to say that, but you're coming into such a beautiful energy here. Again, this is Gemini, but love is finding you. It really is. And if you're in a relationship, it's going to be solid. I mean, you've got it all the way through here. Now, the person around you or coming towards you, this is the King of Wands here. This is somebody who's very charismatic. They are possibly like a public speaker, or maybe they have a YouTube channel that's pretty successful, or they're on stage, like they're in a band or something like that, but they're definitely not afraid to have a microphone and speak or sing or perform in front of a large crowd. They're able to do that very easily, and they're savvy, they're intelligent, they're fun. The only thing with them is I think they get a little bit bored. They can be kind of easily bored and a little bit restless. And so for you, if you're somebody that likes to spend a lot of nights at home, they can kind of get bored in relationships pretty easily. But again, I do think that they have the capability and the maturity to stand the test. It's just that they're kind of active. And, your hopes here are the Star card. So this is Aquarius energy. But it's also about wish fulfillment here. So she's the goddess of truth. This is a time for you to have all your wishes fulfilled. So if you feel like you've had a hard time in the past, you're moving out of that energy, and you're really moving into a place where your wishes will be fulfilled. It's a time of rebirth, of really finding inspiration. So there's new possibilities, like I said, coming towards you. And you've got this King of Cups energy. So, the person that is coming towards you, this is long-term stable love commitment. This is somebody who is emotionally very stable and grounded. And like I said, they're fun, but it's not like some bipolar thing where they're really immature and just, going from one thing to the next. This is somebody who can keep a commitment, a long-term commitment. But like I said, they do get a little bit restless. They don't like to sit around too much. You've got this Hanged Man as your clarifier here. And what I really think this is telling you, what Spirit's telling you, is to change your perspective a little bit. When the Fool meets the Hanged Man, so the Rider-Waite is all about the Fool's journey or the soul's journey. And when the Fool or the soul meets the Hanged Man, the soul learns about perspective and how to change your perspective, but also how to surrender and win. It's time to let go of limiting beliefs. If you have something that you feel, comes up again and again, like, oh, that never happens for me, you have to pivot away from that, and things will come towards you. They really will. So this is a Life Loves You card from Louise Hay, and she is a spiritual master teacher, and she's in non-physical now. It says, I can do it, and you have trust on the card. And I feel like that is about trusting yourself. In times of trouble, remember this: who you think you are cannot handle this challenge, but who you really are can and will. So we're all guided by source energy. We have a humanness, a human being. We have a humanness, and the being part of us is our soul or our spirit. And when we can die into spirit and become more of our source, great things shall come to pass. They really will. So believe that. And I love you so much, Scorpio, and I will be back for your weekly reading next week.